Hello and welcome back to In the Kitchen with Matt. I am your host, Matt Taylor. Today, I'm going to show you how to make classic French macaroons, or the correct pronunciation is macaron, with actually one O. Interestingly enough, the macaroon with two O's is an entirely different cookie. It looks different, it tastes different, and a lot of times it's actually made with a coconut and sometimes dipped in chocolate, so a different cookie. However, especially here in the United States, if you ask for a macaroon, most likely you're referring to the classic French macaron. I had a request to make French macarons, or macaroons, and so that's what we're gonna do. First, to start off, these aren't the easiest cookie to make. However, once you master them, they're probably one of the most elegant and one of the most presentable and classy cookies that you can make. Be rest assured, if you follow my steps, follow these ingredients, you'll be making them in no time. If I can do it, you can do it. But let's get started. All right, first what we want to do is we want to sift our almond flour along with our powdered sugar. We have 3/4 cup of almond meal or almond flour. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my sifter that I have right here. So let's go ahead and just sift this. And then what you're gonna be left with, if you can see, these are, looks like little pebbles, and they're not gonna get any smaller than that. And that's okay. I'm just gonna take those and set them aside. And now we wanna do the same with our powdered sugar. This is 1 cup of powdered sugar. All right, we'll just go ahead and sift this in there. All right, I have a couple little chunks left. I'm just gonna put them over here. And now I'll come in with a whisk and whisk this together really well. Let's go ahead and just set this aside. And now it's time to whip up our egg whites. We want to use room temperature eggs. So what we do is we're gonna go ahead and crack the egg and then just pull it apart like that. And then just go back and forth with the yolk like that. And that separates the yolk from the egg white. And then you can use that yolk for something else if you want. And now we come in here with a hand mixer or a stand mixer. We're gonna beat the egg whites on medium for 2 to 3 minutes until we get soft peaks that form. So you have these soft little peaks like that. That's ready to go. And now what we're gonna do is we are gonna add in our fine granulated sugar. The finer, the better. This is 1/4 cup. And I'm gonna do about a half of it at a time. And then at this point, I'm gonna add in 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And I also wanna add in my food coloring. This is actually a food gel. I'm gonna do a little bit more than I think I'd need. So I'm gonna do about 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm gonna mix this on high until stiff peaks form. And how you can tell when it's done is if you turn it upside down, it stays its shape. Really cool. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna just tap these together, just get the rest of that off. Now this next phase is called the macaronage phase. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong and someone will probably correct me down in the comments. What we're gonna do is we want to fold in our dry ingredients, and I'm only gonna do it about a half of it at a time. And the way that we fold is we go underneath and around the sides and keep turning it like this. We don't wanna just stir it around like that. That's gonna ruin all the air that we got into the mixture. So go underneath. And what I've learned, what people say is you want it to be about a total of 50 to 60 times. That's all you need to do. So it's about 3 or 4. That's about 16 or 17. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of this in there. All right, and we want to do this. I've heard people refer it to as lava, the consistency. I've never seen lava in person. I don't really know what that's supposed to be like. What I say is you want it to be able to just fall right off your, drip off like that. So if you pull it up and just kind of, I don't know, whatever consistency you want to call that. And now what we need is we need some sort of a piping bag. I'm just going to use this piping bag right here. And if you don't have a professional piping bag, you can just use a large Ziploc bag. And you come and you just fill it up with your mixture. And then you take the top, you can go ahead and twist, and we got ourselves a bag ready to go, okay? I have a baking sheet here, and I have this little stencil that I just printed out. Just shows me some round circles to give me a guide. And then I'm going to put a piece of parchment paper. Now with a round tip, we're gonna go ahead and just fill in like that. Once we have this filled up here, what we want to do is we want to tap this on our table or counter, and this is going to let the excess air bubbles come out of the cookie. And then what we want to do is we want to just let this set for 20 to 30 minutes, and then what's going to happen is a skin is going to develop over the cookie, and that's what we want, is a nice skin. So let this rest for 20 to 30 minutes. And now about 25 minutes into the resting period, we want to preheat our oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, after about 30 minutes, you come in here and you give it a little touch with your finger. There's going to be a nice skin on it. It's not going to be sticky at all. It's not going to get on your fingers. And we're going to just pick up our parchment paper and try not to hurt the cookies. I also sometimes will pull these out before the skin develops. Less chance of cracking the top of one. All right, we're gonna put these in the oven, middle rack, at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 to 18 minutes. I would start with 15 minutes first. All right, and when they come out of the oven, they'll look like this. They've puffed up a little, and you can see there's these little perfect looking little feet. These are called the feet. Now we're gonna let this cool for at least 5 minutes before we take them off and put them on cookie racks to further cool down. All right, once they've cooled for 5 to 10 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and take them. Be careful with them. See a nice flat bottom there, that's what you wanna see. And I'm gonna go ahead and transfer them over here to cool for about another 5 minutes before we fill them up. If when you pull these up, stuff sticks to the bottom, it means they did not cook or bake long enough. So you want to bake them for another couple minutes. All right, we'll let these sit for about 5 more minutes, and then we'll fill them with our buttercream frosting. All right, let's go ahead and make our filling. We're just gonna make a classic buttercream filling. And for that, I have just shy of 1 cup of powdered sugar, 1/4 cup of softened butter, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 teaspoon of milk. I'm just gonna put it all in there, and then with a fork or with a hand mixer, let's go ahead and mix it together. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a sandwich bag, and we're just gonna make a little piping bag out of this. All right, and now we come in here and we go ahead and just put a nice little dollop of buttercream frosting right in the middle like that, and then take a top, go right on top. All right, when you're all done, you want to put them in an airtight container like a thing of Tupperware, and you want to put them in the refrigerator and let them set for 24 hours before you serve them. You can eat them like this right when you're done, but to get the full effect and the full taste profile and how they're meant to be eaten, you want to wait about 24 hours. All right, our French macaroons or macarons are done. They turned out amazing. They are not the easiest cookie to make, but they are well worth it once you learn how to make these. So don't be alarmed if the first, second, or third time that you try to make these, they don't turn out exactly perfect. You might over bake them one time or under bake them another. The shells might crack. There's a number of things that could happen to where they don't wind up looking super presentable or perfect like you might find at a French bakery. But don't be alarmed, they'll probably still taste really good. So make sure to assemble them, put the filling in the middle. They're still gonna taste really good. I'm Matt Taylor. This has been another episode of In the Kitchen with Matt. Thank you for joining me. As always, if you have any questions or comments, put them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thumbs up, down in the corner, push it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Take care. Time for me to dive into one of these. Oh yeah. I'm gonna grab this guy right here.